Hey everybody, Jane here, and I am here with a book haul for you. So I recently visited my brother in Tennessee, and he lives fairly close to a McKay's. I don't know if you guys are familiar with McKay's. It is a freaking enormous bookstore. So we went because we're both book nerds, and I spent $16 and got a ginormous stack of books that we're going to be talking about. I also have two books that I won in Goodreads giveaways that I want to talk to you about. But yeah, so my shelf just got, quite a few books richer. So without further ado, we will start with the ones that I won from the Goodreads giveaways. The first one is The Study of Animal Languages. My understanding is this is a family saga. There is a husband and a wife, and they're both teachers, and they have a good relationship, but there's a guy that comes in, and the wife's maybe having some feelings, and apparently communication is hard. So I'm excited. I don't really know what I'm in for, but this is not a huge book, and I do enjoy my family dramas. So I am hopeful that this is going to be a lot of fun. That is the complete copy. The next one that I won from the Goodreads giveaway is not a complete copy, it is an ARC, and it is going to be out in August 20th, 2019. And this book is called Carnegie Hill by Jonathan Vatner. And my understanding of what this is about is it is about a woman who is kind of in a new area seeing really rich people. She moves into this ritzy, wealthy apartment building and just sees all this craziness around her of people being rich and zany. It kind of gave me the vibes that of like Crazy Rich Asians, which is what I've heard a lot of people talk about. I haven't read the book, I've seen the movie, but this kind of gave me like Crazy Rich Asians vibes. It does look hilarious, and I'm really looking forward to giving it a try and hoping I love it. All right, so that is my Goodreads giveaways. Now on to what I got myself at the store with my brother. The price tags are on it. Sorry, I'm not taking them off. I don't have that kind of time or energy, nor do I care. The top two books are rereads for me, actually. And the first one is Simply Love by Mary Balogh. This was my first Mary Balogh read, and I absolutely loved it. It has been 6 or 7 years since I read it, so I am way due for a reread, but I saw it and I just had to have it on my shelves. I don't remember a ton about it, but I do remember there is a single mom in this who falls in love with a soldier, a former soldier, who is an artist, and he is damaged from the war. I believe he has facial disfiguration and is missing an arm. And I loved it. I remember reading it and I just fell in love, and I fell in love with Mary Balogh, and I've read a ton of her books since. So I'm really excited to reread it. I couldn't not pick it up, especially for $1. The next reread, The Silence of the Lambs. I feel like most people know what this is about, but just in case you don't. Clarice Starling is an FBI agent who is investigating the disappearance of a senator's daughter. That senator's daughter has been kidnapped by this guy named Buffalo Bill, who's a freaking psycho. And to learn more about Buffalo Bill, she goes and talks to Hannibal Lecter. And this is a whole series. I've read this one, Red Dragon, and Hannibal, which are all connected. I have not read Hannibal Rising yet, although I believe I have a copy of it, and I certainly want to read it. So I'm looking forward to the reread on this one. Alright, so the rest of these are ones I have not read, and some of them I know more about than others. This is Ender's Game by Orson Scott Card. I don't know a ton about it. I know it's very popular, and I know it's science fiction. I have read some of Orson Scott Card's fantasy and enjoyed it. I read his Simon the Maker series. Simon the Maker? Alvin the Maker. Alvin the Maker series, and I really enjoyed it. So I'm excited to give this a try. I have heard the ending's a little controversial, but I don't know a ton about it, and honestly, I don't think I want to know much. We'll see. I have another Mary Balog. This one is More Than a Mistress. This is a Regency romance. And apparently a girl was trying to stop a duel and got shot. Then there is an arrangement of some kind to conceal a dangerous secret. I don't really care what it's about. It's a Mary Balog, and I love her, and so I know it's going to be good. She's one of those authors who I don't think I've read a book yet that I really, from her Regency collection anyway, that I really wasn't in love with. I love Mary Balog, and her Regency books are just amazing. Another romance, The Baby Due Date. I assume, so girl pregnant with millionaire's baby. I saw it. This one was actually in the free bin. So I looked at it. I saw that it was a silhouette and that it had something to do with the baby. And I was like, all right, I'll take it. The next one, Slightly Scandalous by Mary Balog. Apparently, this is a fake engagement book. The girl is visiting Bath. Her name is Frisia, and the guy is Joshua, and he asks her to be his fake fiance because his family keeps trying to match him up with girls he isn't interested in. So obviously they're gonna fall in love. Can't wait. All right, the next one, and I'm gonna actually kind of show you these all together because they go together, and that is 3 different Jane Austens mixed with craziness. So we have Sense and Sensibility and Sea Monsters, Dawn of the Dreadfuls, The Pride and Prejudice and Zombies, and then Pride, Prejudice, and Zombies. And I believe this is the prequel, and this is the main story. I do have to say I've tried reading one of these before, and I couldn't get into it. So I'm a little bit worried about it, but I really want to give it another go because I love the movie. I really enjoyed the movie, Pride, Prejudice, and Zombies, and so I wanted to give these books a try. I have kind of mixed feelings about Jane Austen. I'm not much of a classics reader, which I think is what I didn't enjoy about it before. So I'm hoping that since I've read a little bit more classics since then, I will be more ready to handle these. We'll see. The next one is Alice, I Have Been. And my understanding is that this is a story, it is a novel about I assume it's like a historical novel about the girl who Alice in Wonderland was based on. So I don't know much about it, but it sounds cool. It was one of those I picked it up and I thought, okay, I like Alice in Wonderland. I knew that there was kind of a little bit of scandalous stuff around the writing of the book, and we'll see. The next one is another one of the free books that I got in the bin because it looked cool, and that is Favorite Wife, Escape from Polygamy. I am fascinated by polygamy. As many of you probably know who have watched my channel for a while, I was raised Mormon, and while Mormons don't actively engage, while mainstream Mormons, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, no longer engage in polygamy, it is a rich part of the church history. So I am just fascinated by polygamy in all its forms, and do occasionally pick books up on the topic because I find it fascinating. All right, and the last 3 books are all kind of, again, grouped together. They are The Crow Temple of Night, The Crow Wicked Prayer, and The Crow Hellbound. Now, I have to be honest, I have never read a Crow novel. I've read a Crow graphic novel, the original one. I have watched, I think, all the movies and the television series. I really love The Crow. If you're not at all familiar with The Crow, basically, A guy dies, usually horrifically, usually with unfinished business and somebody else involved, and comes back from the dead to avenge his death and whatever happened to his loved ones. In the very first movie, The Crow, with Brandon Lee? I don't remember, but whoever it was, the actor actually died during the filming. I want to say it was Brandon Lee, but don't quote me. So just to give you like an idea of kind of the Crow storyline. In the first movie, you have Eric Draven, who him and his girlfriend, fiance, Shelley, are killed. Now, Shelley is raped prior to this murder, if I recall. And it is by a gang? Maybe? Like gang leaders, drug dealers, something to do with that. And anyway, so Eric comes back to kill the people that attacked him and Shelley. So it is cute and wonderful and romantic and so good. There, like I said, there's like 4 or 5 movies, including Wicked Prayer. I've seen the movie to Wicked Prayer, and I'll be honest, I didn't love it. So I'm hoping I enjoy the book a lot better. So we'll see what happens. I'm hesitant about these, but I saw them, they were cheap, and it looked like it could be a good time. So those were all the books that I've added to my shelf in June. Hopefully I read some of them soon, because my shelves are starting to really pile up. They were piled up before, they're getting really bad. Like, I'm gonna have to get things moving. Because I don't generally keep a book after I read it, unless it's something that becomes like an absolute favorite. The Mary Balog one I'll probably keep. And maybe the other Balogs too, if they're really good. Because that Mary Balog is my favorite, and I have a lot of sentimentality for it, that'll probably keep. But everything else, once I'm done, I'll probably send it on to other people who can enjoy it, because I don't need all these books in my house. Believe me, I have plenty. And a lot of these books, once I do finish them, I'm not going to read again. I will occasionally reread favorites, but other than that, I want to enjoy the book, savor it, and send it on its way to somebody else who's going to love it as much as I did. So I need to get to these books. I'm so excited about them. I am so grateful for the ones that I won in the giveaways. Thank you, publishers, for sending those to me. And I think that's all I have to say. My social media is down below if you would like to connect with me off of YouTube. If you've read any of these books and have any comments, if you love them, if you hated them, if you really want my opinion on one of them, let me know so I know what to prioritize. And yeah, this is Jane. I'll see you next time. Bye.